Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Shadowverse. This is Drubido here, and today we're going to continue with the in-depth look into the leaders of Shadowverse and their respective classes. And today we're going to be covering Swordcraft. Just to read off what it says here in the brief description. This class has cards that summon other followers such as 1/1 Knights. These followers are officers which can be strengthened by commanders. Play them alongside each other to gain an advantage in battle. This is easily my most hated class. Just because I think personally it's kind of just broken. There's very few flaws to this class. For beginners who kind of just want to kill stuff, this is your this is definitely your deck. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Let me just highlight some of the cards that are normally run. Quick Blader. It's just a staple because it's just so good. It has Storm. Storm means you can attack anything, including the your opponent. So it's a 1/1 that costs 1. You play it, you hit them for 1. It does what it does, and then it can die. Great card. Excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, cards like Lyrical Archer and whatnot. Just like the 2/2 drops. The 2/2 drops. I don't know. That felt weird to say. 2/2 drops. Anyways, they're usually running this deck just for the fact that most of these decks are aggro, so they like staying on the curve. Let's see. Cards like Keen Enchantment are used to buff up people with Storm, or just or just like the bountiful amount of followers in general. Souls Well Destiny has the same effect. Oh right. Yes, let's make sure the cards that I do not have, so we can talk about those as well. Veteran Lance should be a silver card in my opinion. It's a 2/2 with Ward. That is incredibly good. That's just really good. It's like, that's the only reason why I love it so much, and that's why everyone uses it, because it's a good card. It's just, once again, just another card that's on the curve. And it has a good ability. Made Leader. This is... Oh, here we go again. There we go. This is run to, just so you can get a commander in your deck. A lot of these cards, if you play it, you'll learn that they have abilities that, you know, rely upon a commander being on the field, or you playing a commander after they're on the field. But yeah. Maisie Red Riding Hood, this fucker. Easily one of the best cards in the meta. Destroy an enemy follower if an allied neutral follower is in play. You get a 4/4 creature that can attack some creature and then blow up another one. So for 1 evolution point, you can potentially get rid of 2 creatures. Good card. Should always run it. Speaking of good cards, which is why I hate this fucking... I just really don't like, because it's so broken. Look what this card does! Deal 3 damage to an enemy follower. Deal 6 if an allied follower with ambush is in play. Yeah, ambush. Ambush. Wait, where's the other ambush card? There's another ambush card. Yeah, ambush. This deck also, this Swordcraft deck also specializes in ambush. So Shield of Flame, it's already good for the fact that it's a 3 damage spell card, but you can do 6 if you have ambush for 2. No one thinks that's broken. Am I the only one? I must be fucking crazy. All right. Swordcraft is broken, and this is why beginners should play it. Just, especially if they want to just, I don't know, win a lot. Let's see, what else do we have? Rapunzel. I said I would go back to Rapunzel in the last video. I said I'd talk about it in the Swordcraft video. And that's because it's primarily only used in Swordcraft. It's a really weird ability. It can attack when played or at the start of your turn. Whenever another allied follower has attacked this turn, this follower can attack until the end of the turn. In my opinion, I think this card is used because it has such a high defense. Like, it has a toughness or defense of 5. So that's really high. So if you, and there's so many storm creatures in this deck, I feel like you can really use it to your advantage. But you have to be smart about it. Yeah, if you're a beginner, I don't recommend you running Rapunzel, because it's definitely like a card you would definitely have to like work with a bit. No, that's not what I was thinking about. Let's see. Fencer gives +1/+1 to ally followers. That's kind of a staple in some decks, in a lot of decks. Novice Trooper. It's a 2/2 with Storm. You literally just play it, ping something with Storm, and then your enemy is gonna waste a card or waste resources to kill it. It's a pretty good card. I personally am a huge fan of Gemstaff Commander, because when you evolve it, you have a 4/3 that can attack, and you give an allied officer +2/+2. That's a lot. That is a lot. Yeah, that's just a lot. It's a really good card. I really like this card. Let's see. Any noticeable cards? Ugh! Bane of my existence. Vagabond Frog. At the end of your turn, gain Ambush. Now, for those of you who are wondering, or who don't know this game as well, oh, why would that be such a big problem, Drew? Oh, it's totally fine. So, let me tell you what Ambush is, because I don't think we went over it in the tutorial video. Followers that have Ambush can't be targeted by enemies, spells, or followers. They lose Ambush if they attack or deal damage. Now, of course, Ambush followers won't have Ward because, you know, you can't attack what you can't target. Like, that's the only thing. Like, they're only good offensively, kind of. But, ooh, excuse me. But yeah, but this frog can attack and keep gaining Ambush. Now, that would be okay, except you literally have cards like this. You have cards like this. You have cards like this. They get +2/+2 to ally follower. If you keep playing those cards, after you stack them for a while, just playing this on the frog and evolving it, you're dealing 5. You're dealing 7 damage. You are dealing 7 damage. 7? No, excuse me. You're dealing 5 damage every turn. And then you're essentially putting your opponent on a timer just so they can kill you. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I hate Vagabond Frog with a burning passion. It's a broken card and it's stupid. I'm moving on. Cinderella. Now another allied Swordcraft follower comes into play. Return this follower to your hand. Great synergy and pretty much a neutral craft deck because it's only mostly neutral craft creatures. And it's also good in Swordcraft decks depending on how you use it. You have to be really smart with how you use it. I've definitely lost matches because I forget its ability. But it's good for triggering abilities involving like a commander being on the field or a commander coming into the field. Very good for that. Rabbit Ear Attendant. Draw X cards. X equals the amount of allied neutral cards in play. Amazing card. It's one of the strongest forms of draw in this class in general, because there's not really much draw capabilities in this class. I mean, that's offset by the fact that there are cards that summon other creatures. Like when you play a creature, it'll summon another creature. But yeah, other than that, there's not much draw power in this deck. So Rabbit Ear Attendant's really good. Like, you just play all your monsters, all your neutral monsters, play it, then replenish your entire hand. Great card. Let's see. Honorable mention, because the princess, you can turn a neutral follower into a +2/+4, and then you use it with other creatures, other followers who benefit from having a commander on the field. It's just +2/+4 is a lot. That's like a crazy amount. Like, you turn a goblin into a 3/5. Like, that's not something to sneeze at. It's a good card. We already talked about most of these. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I mentioned Ephemera Angelic Slacker. I just thought it'd be wise to mention it again. It just runs really well in this deck because not only does it have Ambush, which, you know, gives synergy with Shield of Flame, also its secondary ability, it gives that follower +1/+0 to end the turn. So it's good for a deck, a class like this, where all you're using is Storm. So yeah, really good card. No one really uses these. Let's see. Amelia, Silver Paladin. If they're basically put a Gelt Device Captain into your hand, which is a 2/2 that gains +1/+0 on ward. If there's a commander on the field, that's what a Gelt Device Captain is. And then you get to change the cost of Gelt Device Captain to 0 if 3 enemy followers are in play. Very good defensive card in my opinion. I wish I had more. Geno, Living Vanguard, Rush, which means it can attack when it comes out. You pay for 6, and you crash into something and it dies. You get 2 knights. Like I said, more bodies. Just better overall. Going to the round table. Whenever this follower attacks, subtract 1 from the cost of all commanders in your hand. Once again, the ability to, you know, change the cards in your hand, whether it's their attack or how much they cost, is one of the great things I love about this card game. So, really good card. Let's see. Talk about these. Aurelia, Regal Saber, another good defensive card. 2/6 with ward. Gain +1 for each enemy follower in play. If there are at least 3, gain resistance to targeted enemy spells and effects. Therefore, the only way you will be able to kill it is if you use a board wipe, or if you just crash a bunch of cards into it. So, very good card. Speaking of good cards, this isn't just a good card, this is a broken card. Albert, Levin Saber, Storm. So you get to ping something for 3 if it comes onto the field. But if you play for 9, can't be damaged until the end of turn this card is played, and it can attack 2 times per turn. Which means, if you play on the field, and there's nothing blocking, like there's no ward creatures, boom, hit them for 6 damage. Or, boom, kill 2 creatures, or 1 big creature, and then Saber still lives. Or evolve it, make it a 5/7, and hit your opponent for 10. So many times have I killed people and other people have killed me using just literally evolving it and killing me. Turn 9. Good card. Great card. Fantastic card. I hate it. I hate all Storm. Sorry, I almost called it Stormcraft. Swordcraft is so stupid. Luminous Mage. Another great card. Summon a Luminous Knight. A Luminous Knight is a 2/1 2 play point follower, which is also commander, and when you evolve it, it gives ally followers +1/+0. And Luminous Mage, you can evolve an ally commander follower each turn for 0 evolution points. Amazing card. If you already have creatures on the field and you play this card, they're gonna like you're just gonna punish your opponent so hard. It's a really good card. White Rich Snow Swordsman basically has Bane and Ward, which means you have to attack it, and if you do, you're guaranteed to die, which is broken. And then when it evolves and attacks an enemy, it basically gains the ability to destroy it before you even deal damage. So that's pretty broken. A good card, good card. Let's see. Council of Card Knights. Summon a Club Soldier, a Heart Guardian, and a Spade Raider. Club Soldier, 1/3 Storm, Heart Guardian, 1/3 Ward, Spade Raider, 1/3 Bane. All incredible. Like, summing them all together at once, I thought it was gonna be like lame, but the fact that they're all neutral pairs incredibly well with Alice, incredibly well with Actress Faria. Good, great card. So much versatility. It's okay. Like I said, I hate Swordcraft. Sword Cannon, allied commander follower comes into play. Deal X damage to random enemy follower. X equals the attack commander. If there are no enemy followers in play, deal X damage to the enemy leader instead. Play a commander. It can ping off. So this allows you to play defensive and offensive at the same time if you're just running straight commanders. You can play big bulky mons. Oh my god. Wrong game. Big bulky creatures. They're gonna hit them for damage. Either hit your opponent's creatures, and if there are none, then it will hit your opponent instead. For example, Luminous Mage. Luminous Mage comes in, you're doing 4 damage to your opponent, and you have 2 creatures on your field. Great card. I think with that mention, no. Here's some of these mentions. Sea Queen Otohime, it's a 3/4, and then you flood the field with a bunch of 1/2s. I am not the hugest fan of this card, but Soberani swears by it. So I guess you'll have to ask him why it's so great. I guess because it's just like offensive pressure of having so many cards on the field. But there's like so many board wipes, so it's like, eh. Tsubaki. This is a good card. Ambush. And then it's fanfare. Destroy an enemy follower with at least 5 attack. I mean, it's it's not as great as it used to be. Now the cards like such as Beauty and the Beast and Heavily Aegis running around. But for like everything else, it pretty much gets the job done. Like Bahamut or Boros, etc, etc, etc. We just command summon a pirate and a king. Oops. Like, once again, it's another spell that just gives you a shit ton of creatures to use. You get a 2/3 ward, which is the pirate, and then the Viking is a 3/2 with Storm. This is a great card because it allows you to be offensive and defensive at the same time. Great card. I didn't see how good it was at first and now, but Silver Oni once again opened my eyes, and I always run it now. I'll just quickly mention Front Guard General, just because I use it in my like more tankier, like my more stally, well not stally decks, my more mid-range decks. Just because it's a 5/6 with ward, and then when it dies, it summons a Fortress Guard, which is a 2/3 with ward. So in that case, it's very good. Roland the Incorruptible, 4/5 at ward, summons a Durandal the Incorruptible if there isn't one in play. And that is a 7 play point amulet. And its ability is, all allies cannot receive more than 4 damage at a time from followers, spells, effects, and amulets. Broken. Any, like Dragoncraft, any of those other, like, decks that have big mons to beat you down with, Roland the Incorruptible says, I'm not here for it. Basically. Great card. And I think that's... Oh, no. We have 2 more worth mentioning. Fangblade Slayer, Bane and Rush. So once you play it, you can immediately attack with it. And so you guarantee to kill a card. But more importantly, whenever this follower attacks an enemy follower, deal X damage to enemy leader where X equals this follower's attack. So if you have a play point, you can evolve it. Kill a creature that might be big and scary and deal 5 damage to your opponent. Crazy. Stupid. I hate Swordcraft. So many broken cards. Equally broken is Hero of Antiquity. It's a 6/10 rush and it can't be destroyed by spells and effects. It can only be destroyed by... It can be destroyed by damage from effects or attacks. So if you have a card that does 10 whopping damage to it, you're good. But like if you don't, I guess you're fucked. craziness. And then Leonidas, I think this might be the last one. So it's a 7/8, it's a big dude, and when he dies, he summons a Leonidas Resolve, which is an amulet that whenever an ally follower comes into play, give it +3/+3 and rush. Like, literally, if you just have a bunch of followers in your hand after this thing dies, you win. Like, the offensive pressure is just too much. But yeah, and yeah, I think that he is the last thing I will mention. But yeah, so essentially how this deck works, you just play a bunch of creatures, storm, or play cards like these that grant you multiple creatures, such as Luminous Mage or Coward Council Knights, and then you win. I will say the only thing that's weak about this class is that they don't have much removal. Not any removal that's viable, and very susceptible to board wipes. Very, very susceptible to board wipes as a whole. But yeah, that's it. So that's it for Swordcraft, and next time we will move on with the next class, which will be my favorite class. So if you like this video, by all means like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Until then, guys,